Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Commodores will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense will get first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds, marked at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. He wants to change this route. To the air. It's Manning. Fakes to grab. At the 40, there he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? You can't wait to find out.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to the big tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Makes the grab on the back. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets in a...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Vanderbilt's offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool back from the running back position. David, this... First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
used the play fake. Now to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Offense changing the play. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Moore. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Baller, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Finding an escape route. Lots of running room. It's a seam wide. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He's into the end zone again. A little icing on the cake with a two-point conversion after the long touchdown run. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, they'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Manning. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. All out of space. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Moore. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He's loose. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
To throw, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, he did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, going to the air. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to...
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Looking for room at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Texas! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make a play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get a
Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Notre Dame. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
scores, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Pavia. Got his man on the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. This is now a 7-point game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. Still running at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground, back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Find some fresh air. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He runs into the end zone on the fake. What a gutsy call to come up with a 2-point conversion there. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. To the air, it's Pavia. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He gets it inside the 40, but he'll be stopped at the 39. Not wide enough to move the sticks, and it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Back to throw, it's Pavia. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Offense in an empty set. Wants to fire on second down. This time he's got his man. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Got it in the middle. It's Alexander. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. That last completion sets him up on second down. He wants to throw it again. Grab near the marker. It's Dillon. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be
wide open spaces. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's fourth down. And that made it more manageable, but obviously the clock is not as important as making sure you get this fourth down conversion.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on third down. Caught close to the marker, it's Moore. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
Back open in the middle. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Time to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Grab near the marker. It's Hoskins. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Bringing the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Dillon. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now they've moved it just inside the 40, first and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Across the 25, he's got room. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll go to the air on second and short. Here's the pressure. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll set up to throw. They're working that left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Get it out on the screen. Touchdown, Commodores! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside to get the football back. Get back in this.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Boston College will need to mount a comeback But these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Notre Dame. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Max looking for the goal line. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking for a man, it's Pavia. He's got it down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Grabbed over the middle, it's Stowers. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of